Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Now, if you're new here, we talk about crime. We talk about a bunch of messed up shit. So if you're into that type of thing, stay tuned for a little while longer. Now, if you guys notice, my forehead is all peeling. I can't tell if the lighting lets you guys see it, but if you guys can see it, I got burnt up. I went to Hawaii, actually. So all those other videos before, they were like pre-recorded because, I grind and I get my shit done. But yeah, no, I was out there in Maui doing my thing. I'll show some pictures or whatever. But I got burnt the hell up. So that's the whole story about the forehead. But anyway, we got Mr. Zachariah Anderson. The more I watch this case, the more I feel like it's bullshit because check this out. They bring his ex-cellmate. What's his name? Keyshawn something? Hold on. Oh, Jesus. Marquand Washington. Shit. Same shit. Anyway, fuck. I fuck with Keyshawn's. I know a few Keyshawn's, but Marquand, what are we doing? Anyway, Marquand is his ex-cellmate, and now he's saying that Zach was saying some shit about killing his family in his sleep. So let's get straight into this and see what's going on, people, because it's fishy. I don't know about them cellmate testimonies, you know what I mean?
When it appeared to you he was having a nightmare.
Yes.
And what do you remember about that incident?
Yes. Did I do right? Did I do good? Yes. Anyway, let's watch it.
I remember I was laying there the night before. I told him about it the next day, but I was laying there and I was reading my book and I heard him shout in his sleep before he woke himself up.
And what did he shout that you heard?
He said, "Die, die, die, motherfucker."
Wait. Back it up. Hold on.
And you heard.
He said, "Die, die, die."
Wait.
He said, "Die, die, die, motherfucker."
Did he just lip sync exactly what he said at the exact same time? Bro, in the case, free my boy Zach. It's over. That's bullshit. That's horse shit right there. What? Play it back if you want to. I'm not playing it back no more. That's crazy.
And you're quoting as best you remember?
Yes.
All
Look
right.
at Zach's
And
face.
so, did you ever have a discussion with the defendant about this nightmare that you heard him have, or these words?
Am I tripping, or did the prosecutor literally lip sync to him what to say? Hit me up in the comments. That's
He said.
Yes, I did.
Okay, and so if you know about how long after that happened, did you bring it up to him?
I brought it up to him the next day.
Okay, and what did you say to him about it?
I pretty much told him, I asked him about the situation about that he was locked up about, and I told him that he was talking in his sleep or yelling about some stuff in his sleep, and he was like, "What did I say?" And I pretty much told him what he said, and he's like, "Yeah, you serious?" And I'm like, "Yeah, you said it." So I asked him a question. I'm like, "Did you do it?" Like, what, you know what I'm saying? "I think you did it." And we went from there.
And so what did the
and we
defendant
went from there. Does this guy seem like a guy who sits up late nights and read books? I mean, just saying. That's just my opinion.
respond when you said, "I think you did it," based on the nightmare? What did he say?
I told him to look me in my eyes and tell me that you didn't do it.
Bro, who the fuck are you for me to tell you anything? I would beat him the hell up. You telling me about to tell you my personal business and I'm not interested? I'm locked up for this charge. Okay, you know about it. That's all you need to know. Look me in my eyes, and that would be I would knock him out right in this. Anyways.
And he jumped down from the bed and he looked me in my eyes and he said, "I did it." He said, "That's the reason I have the nightmares. I'm unable to sleep at night because I think about it all the time."
Bro, what the fuck? The look in his face is he's just super calm, bro. The man is chilling. I feel like leading up to his sentencing, he really felt like he wasn't gonna go to jail because you see shit like this and what?
Was there a discussion at some point where the defendant said to you, "Is it that obvious?"
Yes, he did.
And so when did that come up?
Objection leading. The very definition of leading.
Rephrase your question.
Jesus.
When, if ever, did the defendant say to you...
And see, that's why I always say, they said that in front of the jury. They can't just delete that from their minds. That's been said. They're thinking about it framed in that way. Mission accomplished. He led the witness. Obviously, he doesn't care that... He doesn't give a fuck if he led the witness. Okay, objection. Who cares? The jury's already turning, gears already turning. And I feel like that's one of the negative qualities in our system.
Is it that obvious?
Objections. Same exact same question.
That's taught in some law schools that's not a leading question. Others, like the one I attended, say it is. So it's not firmly settled, but I do think in the final analysis, it tends to suggest an answer. So
what are you talking about, bro? What the fuck are we talking about? What is he saying? Is it leading or not? Make a ruling, bro. What is happening? What is... This whole trial needs to get thrown away, bro. What the fuck? The judge is up here tweaking.
So the objection is sustained.
Jesus. Just say sustained.
In the discussion that you had where he looked you in the eye and said he did it, what else did he say? Meaning the defendant.
Well, after we had talked and I told him, I basically knew he had did it, because I've been around killers. I know killers, like, pretty much, and he seems like a killer. I pretty much asked him, like, how did you do it? What happened?
Judge, I'm going to object here.
He has no way of knowing who's a killer and who isn't,
Right.
other than where he has personal knowledge, such as something he would have observed with his own senses.
I start losing brain cells when the judge starts speaking, bro. Like, what the fuck? Just rule on it and give a simple explanation. This guy is going through story time every time he stops. Like, is it just me? Please tell me I'm crazy. If I'm tripping, then tell me I'm tripping. I'll ease up on your boy. But that guy...
There's people who might make that statement based upon the hearsay that we talk about all the time, and that's not even been stated here. So he's making a judgment just based upon...
He's fucked up, bro. The prosecutor is fucked up. He don't know what the fuck is happening. He's trying to keep up. He's like, which way we going? Are we talking about the fishing pond or the trip with Billy, or here's like, what are we talking about, Judge?
No basis at all, really, in fact, that would ever be considered admissible in a court. So please disregard that entire statement. Any question?
Oh.
Thank you.
So when you asked the defendant, how did he do it? What was said next?
Yo, Zach is over here like, what the fuck is happening? At this very moment of time, guilty or not, I would be like, this is not good. I'm in a fucked up situation. Yep.
What did the defendant tell you?
Well, he spoke indirectly. Starting off, he wasn't pretty much trying to say everything that he did. I felt like he was held back, but he said that, well, if you gotta know a person, you gotta learn a person, you gotta be able to know, where they live, how they move when they leave, what they drive. And then he told me, one way of knowing when a person is going to be a certain area is GPS tracking. And he told me Amazon, so GPS tracking that.
Okay. Again, guys. The poll is up. Hit me up in the comments. Type away. Does this guy seem like the type of dude who sits up at 3 o'clock in the night reading books? Not going to say nothing else.
You can put on people's car.
Did he use a phrase to describe the circumstances of his case?
What do you mean?
Did he
Did he use a phrase to explain the circumstances of his case? He doesn't understand the word circumstances. I guarantee you. What do you mean? Oh, so you read books at 3 at night, huh? You out here reading books. Okay. Fucking reading Dr. Seuss or some shit out here.
At some point were you aware of a nickname that some people had given the defendant?
Yes.
And what?
Yes. I need a blunt. Yes.
At some point, what nickname did you hear people address the defendant with occasionally?
A lot of times people would say Houdini or Zach Houdini, or just telling me about who my cellie was.
And did they and was this a nickname that you did you understand why this nickname was given to the defendant?
Yes, I did.
And why was it?
Objection.
What's the relevance?
What
of
on
this
earth is the
nickname?
basis?
Because of what the defendant's reaction is to the nickname. So my offer of proof is when the defendant
Wait,
was
no, Judge.
Well, no, he's talking.
No, but I
He's
think
talking.
okay.
I don't know. I've seen a few cases with this judge. I feel like the man. A lot of people say he's by the book. He's making sure. I feel like this guy picks a side and plays that side until the end. It's like a basketball team for him. I've seen a few cases with this guy, not just the two I've been showing right now on my channel. I've seen a few. The dude picks a team, bro, and it's kind of like, tell me if I'm tripping. Call me out. I feel like the man picks a team.
when the defendant was confronted with this nickname, he, according to the witness, there was a reaction that is relevant.
Judge, I think that we had, in fact, the court instructed us to not go into all of this arguing about evidence in front of the jury.
Oh my God. I'm not even gonna skip it. I'm not even gonna skip it.
I think
I'm not even gonna skip it.
the last question was started with a why as a word. Why?
I'm not even gonna skip it.
Pardon me?
When the defendant was confronted with this nickname.
Why don't you start with a new question?
When the defendant was
What the fuck just happened? You tell me this guy is fit to stand as a judge. Y'all tell me that. You guys type in my comments that this guy is fit to stand as a judge.
called Houdini by individuals, how did the defendant react?
He never denied it. He just would laugh it off, or just go on about his day.
And did the defendant talk about why people were calling him Houdini and describe, what that was about to you?
Yes, he said they called him Houdini because of his case, basically because he made a body disappear, they say, and everybody called him Houdini because of it.
And what can you say about
I mean, if he did do it right, that is quite impressive. I ain't gonna lie. Quite impressive.
how he was acting when he described that to you? Was he sad, regretful, just neutral? Was he proud? Describe his reaction as he had that discussion with you.
I think he was kind of like proud, but not really showing it. Like he kind of smiled it off. I mean, in jail, like you when you're around people, you got to have like this kind of name for yourself. I don't know. Everybody fighting the same battle in there, so everybody fighting different cases, and he kind of like know his case is big, and because of it, everybody know him. So he kind of like wear that jacket a little bit. He doesn't admit it to everybody, but he does wear the jacket, in my opinion.
I mean, that's one of the few things I would say kind of makes sense from this guy so far. I mean, the one thing is, if you have a big case and you feel like you're in danger, I don't know why I would flex what I did. But I mean, if he did do that, he could still be lying just to seem like the guy and not get picked on.
And what, if anything, did the defendant tell you about the circumstances on how he committed the crime? So you've already talked about, he said it took a lot of work. You got to follow the person's patterns, trackers from Amazon. You said all that. So what did he tell you ultimately? Were any of the circumstances he told you about how he did anything?
Yeah, he ultimately pretty much just told me that.
Well, I don't want to hear testimony of. He pretty much just told me.
Okay. Well,
I'm not scolding you. I'm just telling you. you can quote exactly what was said, but we don't want your...
Yo, you guys in the comments told me that those things were translators. That's crazy. I want one. Like, what the... I want one.
Pretty much.
conclusion pretty much told, okay?
Okay.
And Judge, a witness is not going to be able to exactly quote. We're not computers, so he's going to say, "Here's what I believe I was told." Right?
Well,
I mean,
you know, I understand, your point is legitimate.
Okay, so-
However, that's a flashing warning sign when someone states, he pretty much said thus and so. You may be able to access the information you seek with a different question,
Okay.
but
Yeah, Zach is out of this.
we're
Zach is 100% out of this shit. He's like, bro, Jesus help me. If I was in his position and I didn't do that shit, bro, ooh.
9 days into this trial.
Yeah.
We don't want to ignore flashing warning signs.
okay. So, what did the defendant tell you about how he committed the case that he's charged with, and what the circumstances were?
He said that he had seen this person, and he said he stabbed him, and he blacked out. He said he stabbed him, and I just blacked out. And he said he eventually wrapped the body up in garbage bags and got rid of the trash. He threw the trash out.
Okay.
And I asked him, what did he mean by that? And I said, what, like dumpster or trash? And he said, once it's gone, it's gone.
Once it's gone, it's gone. Like, what the hell is wrong with this guy? Again, guys, this guy stays up at 3 a.m. at night and reads books. Now, the thing is, I don't believe that story. I don't know what else to say. That story sounds like bullshit. It sounds like horse shit. It stinks. It looks like he stinks. It looks like the lawyer stinks. The prosecutor, bro. He looks like one of those, like, automotive accident lawyers. The cheap one.
What if anything, did the defendant say about whether after killing this person? Well, all right. So, based on what you've said, putting in trash bags, it won't be found. Did you ask him any follow-up questions about things like how he moved the body?
Yes.
Okay. And what did the defendant tell you about how he moved the body of this person?
Well, I asked him, like, cause I'm like, you did this by yourself, pretty much. Well, you did this by yourself, and he said yes. He said he took him on his own. He didn't have his help with his brothers, because you guys said that his brothers was involved with this. He said he did not have any help. He did it all by himself. And I'm looking at him like, okay, don't look, I don't know if he was telling me the truth or not, because he was not a big guy, but he said, you should have seen me before I came in here. He was like, I was real cut, I was healthy, I was strong. When I first came in here, everybody was calling me Superman. So I'm like, oh.
Who the fuck says stuff like that? Oh, everybody was calling me Superman. Go back to my other video. He doesn't talk like that. He talks like a normal fucking person. Just in case you didn't know that yet.
And did he say, other than his own strength, did he say any other reason why he felt like he'd been able to do it himself?
Other than strength and adrenaline, that's everything he said.
Now, did you ask him, what if anything came up about why he did this?
But I mean, just thinking about this, it would be a mess of evidence around. It would be a mess of DNA just everywhere, right? How's there like none found? So
why would he end this person's life?
He said to get back at his kid's mother.
Get back at his
Did he
kid's
tell you any
mother.
more about that?
Yeah, he said that he was angry with a bunch of different things, but he said she kind of bragged about this other guy and that she was happy. He didn't really want his kids around that.
Other than the details you've described so far, did he provide any other details to you about the offense or any other of the circumstances of this case?
Oh, the cameraman is having a seizure. The cameraman just had a seizure just now. Why is no one looking out for the guy? Jeez.
He didn't really speak much. He told me what he told me, but he did say, no case. I mean, no body, no case. And
no face, no case. This guys, this guy stays up at 3 a.m. and reads books. Trust me, the guy's well read. He has a big ass library of books, just a deep catalog.
where he left it at, pretty much.
Now, when you were originally debriefed by the government,
His woman can't believe. His ex-woman can't believe
were you
this.
asked about whether you knew of any other crimes?
Yes.
Part of that? Okay. And that was back in 2022, correct?
Correct.
And did you bring this particular incident that you have told us you heard from the defendant? Did you bring that up originally when you talked to authorities?
I thought about it, but I did not.
Okay, so can you describe to the jury why, if you had already been confessed to by the defendant, why, when you were debriefed in 2022, you didn't choose to share this with anybody, any authorities?
Initially, I didn't know if me being federal, that would be something that I could use, and then I also didn't want to deal with everything that came with it, like being.
What do you mean by that?
Like being put out in the open, like over the news, all over the media. You know, that comes with risk factors. That's a lot of stuff that I wasn't really know if I was ready to deal with.
So,
But now you're ready to snitch your ass off. Get that little 5-year sentence cut down, huh, buddy? Yeah.
Remember, had you told anyone about what the defendant had told you up until just a few months ago?
No.
Okay. So, do you have an attorney in your case?
Yes, sir.
And who's the first person that you decided finally to share this information with? Who'd you tell first? Hey, I know some facts about what Zachariah Anderson did.
My lawyer.
Okay. And did you? And what were your instructions to that person? So when you told them, did you ask that person, hey, tell somebody this, or what happened?
I talked to him about, because like I said before, he asked me, what all did I know at this time? Like, are you sure you don't know anything else? And I pondered about bringing that up again, and I brought it up to him. I was like, well, I do know something. And he said he was going to look into it, and he got back to me, and he told me you really should speak up about it.
That's hilarious. Even the prosecutor's trying to cover his ass that he didn't literally tell him this entire speech 15 minutes before now. But anyways, guys, that was Zachariah Anderson being completely, just completely fucked over with no lube, by an inmate. Now, if I was in the jury, I wouldn't really believe it, but who knows who's in the jury? Who knows how those people react? But anyways, we'll be back with some more Zachariah Anderson. Until the next one, people, I love y'all. Stay inside. Peace out.